Welcome to the TMC Newsroom. Thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tehrani. We're at Interop New York 2010. On our program today is Todd Kaloudis, who is the SVP of OPNET. Todd, hi.
How are you, Rich?
Great. I'm noticing that your booth's been real busy here at Interop, and I'm wondering if you could tell us what's going on over there. What are you guys up to?
Sure. OPNET has been around since 1986. We have about 600 employees. We're based in Bethesda, Maryland, as our headquarters. And we're very focused on performance management. So we focus on application performance management and network performance management.
And that's become a really hot space as of late.
It has. There's been a lot of bad things going on in the economy with unemployment and all kinds of scary things happening. But one clear trend is that the digital economy is still on a roll. When businesses struggle, they tend to find ways to eliminate costs,
right,
do more with less. What they're not doing is they're not tearing down their websites. People are finding that computer applications and web applications are often the most efficient way to reach customers. And so we're seeing more investment in technologies that help businesses be more productive. And because of that, because people are investing in their data centers, in their applications, in their digital strategies, because of that, there is a bigger need than ever to monitor all of that activity and be able to quickly respond to problems. You can imagine a great analogy is a hospital. You can imagine if you go to the hospital with some sort of injury, it would be very scary if you were misdiagnosed or if you were directed to the wrong department. And so it's the same thing these days in IT. We have a lot of customers ranging from government agencies to banks to retail shops, manufacturing companies, and they tell us things like, for every hour that their website is down or their network is down, there are tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars at stake. So it's been a very exciting space for us, and we have a kind of unique angle on the space, so we're doing well.
And what sorts of trends are you seeing in the market?
Well, I think, as I said, productivity is a hot theme from business applications. So people are investing more in business applications. They're doing more online. In our particular segment of the industry, some trends that we're seeing are that IT departments no longer need to be persuaded that they're supporting specific business initiatives. We're seeing IT definitely more aligned with business, and as a result, there is a focus on end users. So we're seeing large organizations, we sell to more than 70% of the Fortune 100. And it's very common now that people come to us and they say, can you help us monitor the user experience? In the olden days, in the performance management business, people used to focus on monitoring elements. So my network is down, or my server is overloaded, questions like that. Now, people are focused on, not if packets are being lost or if CPU is high. People want to know what are my customers experiencing.
Right.
So if for example, if you're a hospital and your doctors are trying to download patient records, the IT department cares how long does it take for a doctor to download a record, and if it takes longer than it should, exactly what do I need to do to fix it right away?
Now, if a company wants to get involved in learning more, what do they do?
Well, there's a lot of different technologies that can help applications perform. We focus on we call it high definition performance management.
Okay.
And this is to distinguish us from a lot of legacy technologies that monitor up-down status of things like the network or servers,
right,
or things like that. It used to be that if you wanted to get really into the nitty-gritty details of an application to troubleshoot it, you needed to essentially do debugging. And that requires a very specialized specialist, someone who's very deep in code or a database administrator. And the challenge is that when you're doing triage and you're not sure if it's a network problem or an application problem or a database problem, you wind up spending a lot of time just finger pointing between departments.
Right.
So it used to be that the tools that large organizations and businesses would deploy would either be very high level to give you at the top level, are things up or down, and then they have a whole other series of tools that get into the details. The way the industry has evolved, and this is really our specialty, is again, high definition performance management is to do very rich data collection at a very fine grain in production. So in real time, you can monitor things like individual memory allocations on servers. You can monitor individual packet streams as the application communicates over the network. So what that lets you do is, in production, you can see exactly what your users are experiencing. And when a problem comes up, because we're collecting all this very fine-grained data,
Right.
You're able to isolate exactly what the root cause is.
Right.
So it's no longer good enough to say, I found the problem, my server needs a CPU upgrade.
Right.
It could be that that server needs a CPU upgrade because there's some malicious software running on another server
Right.
that's overwhelming it. So
Makes sense.
it's no longer, which building is the smoke coming out of? We're now trying to catch the person who lit the fire. So the way, to answer your question, the way to get started is when you think about performance, we'd like you to think about our company, OPNET. And we compete in a space, there's a lot of vendors selling all types of management software.
Sure.
We tend to sell because our products really work. So what we love to do is, if you have a performance issue, whether you think it's a coding issue or a network issue, give us a call. Let us come in for a consultation, solve a problem for you, and that's usually how we get started with customers.
Great. Well, thanks for the explanation, and thanks for being here in the newsroom. It's great to see you.
You too. Thanks for having us, Rich.